You want to know how to really get under a woman's skin. You don't get angry at her. You don't criticize her. What you do is you ignore her. That's going to affect her emotionally way more than any insult than you can think of. Being ignored as a man, that's not so bad. That's familiar territory most men are comfortable with. But women cannot handle being ignored if they're not capable of it. For them, it is an intolerable experience. They will not cope with a withdrawal of attention. Women need attention from other people a lot more than men do. That's why you will see them putting on thousands of dollars worth of makeup just to take one picture to upload it on Instagram. Of course, this is a generalization. Men still want attention from other people too. Men still compare themselves to other men to try and find their place in the social male hierarchy. But for the most part, men are also very self-referential and look inwards for answers and for their identity. But that can make it difficult for women to understand the female experience, to really know and feel just how sensitive women are to the opinions of other people. Now, a man of genuine talent and skill, he could probably just ignore other people's opinions because he's so confident in his own worth. But women need that social validation. Evolution has incentivized the female brain to look out for that kind of social feedback at all times, which is why women are so obsessed with fame, way more than men are. Women are always trying to be models, to be Instagram famous, to be TikTokers, to be a singer or an actress. And it's not because they have this deep creative passion for music or acting or fashion. It's just about attention. It's just about fame. Of course, there are some creative women out there, but a lot of these young girls, they're simply viewing their creative pursuits as a means of getting more attention to feed that beast within them. You see, there's this thing inside them that's ticking in their brains at all times that's telling them that they need to always be seen and valued in the eyes of other people so that she can reassure herself of her value. I know that this can be difficult for men to understand, but you have to understand the intricacies of female psychology. Women are wired so differently to men, their experience is completely different. But if you can come to really understand this, appreciate it at a deep level, then you can actually use this information to your benefit by selectively ignoring women. So if you've got some young hot woman who is totally used to men tripping over themselves to accommodate her, they're always agreeing with her, they're always doing her favors, always hitting on her, just generally giving her the validation that she wants and desires, that she's a highly desirable woman. But then, a man comes along and he ignores her. Well, suddenly her world just comes crashing down. Now, wait a minute, you think. This makes no sense. If she's getting validation from 99% of men, why would she care about this one guy? Surely she'd just ignore him too. But no, that's not how the evolution of our species has crafted our brain. We pay way more attention to negative things, to threats, than we do to positive things. Negative feedback really stands out in our mind way more. The man who ignored her is like the creaky step on a staircase. He's different. He didn't act like all the others. He's not a simp. And suddenly, she feels her very sense of personal safety genuinely threatened. She begins to doubt her own value. All of her insecurities come bubbling up to the surface. And so, in order to recapture that feeling of safety, she starts to focus really intensely on him. He becomes the center of her world. Now, naturally, if you're just staying in your house, or when you walk out on the street, you don't make eye contact with anybody. While technically, you are ignoring women, you're not going to achieve anything. Because women don't care about a man who's ignoring them when she's already ignoring you. He's just invisible to her. But it's in the context where a woman expects attention from men, and she doesn't get it. That's when she begins to doubt herself, and the insecurities build up. And suddenly she becomes desperate to please you. And when I say desperate, I really do mean desperate, in a way that's really sad. I've seen women do things for male validation due to their insecurities, to the point that it's absolutely heartbreaking. Now, some men might hear this and think, okay, so what do I just stop responding to her text? Do I just ignore her once in a while, even if I'm desperate to talk to her and see her? I'll just ghost her for a little bit. Is that what I'm meant to do? Well, sometimes that can work, but it's actually a lot more effective when done in person. What you need to do is to break the female cycle. Stop acting in the way that she expects you to act. Do the one thing that she never expects you to do, which is to ignore her. She's never going to expect that, and she won't know how to handle it. And it's in the confusion that follows. That's your chance to renegotiate the terms of your relationship, of your interactions, so that it's a lot more favorable to you. If your girl is being intentionally manipulative with her emotions, and she's picking a fight with you, she's starting an argument, and she says something like, "You don't care about me," and she's obviously wanting your reassurance that you always give her in these circumstances. When you tell her that you love her and that you're there for her, whatever it is, maybe just this one time, try ignoring her. Do you see how powerful that could be? Because you haven't done it before. It's even more powerful than getting angry with her, because sometimes women don't actually mind a man getting upset with them, because it's still reassuring to her that she's really important to you. Remember, the opposite of love is not anger, it's indifference. And that's what I'm talking about here. It's indifference. Being indifferent to her, ignoring her. She's not going to cope with that. Now, the first time you do this, she might kick and scream, but you need to keep on ignoring her. Do not reward negative behavior, because you're only going to get more of it. If she calms down and she starts speaking to you respectfully and rationally, that's the time to stop ignoring her. Give her the validation that she needs. You see, this ignoring strategy, it's not something you do in perpetuity. It's a temporary course of action that you take based on certain behaviors that she's exhibiting. And there's no point ignoring a woman if she's treating you really well and she's being lovely and sweet to you. No, that's a good relationship. There's no point changing things up here. It's only when things are going badly that you need to employ this strategy. So, ignoring women is a powerful tool that you can use to generate attraction and decrease abusive behavior, to redefine the frame of your interaction so that she's focused on you and chasing your validation rather than the other way around. It's a little bit like martial arts when you use an opponent's strength against them. Like instead of blocking the punch and absorbing the blow, you just step out of the way and let them fall over from their own momentum. Men are so used to absorbing whatever women throw at them. Most men are so desperate for any kind of female companionship that they're willing to be used to soak up all kinds of toxic femininity, and it's time to break that cycle. But that's still not enough, is it? There should be more to life than only this. Luckily for you, I have some good news today. What if it were possible to put your dick in any woman you can get your eyes on, without even the slightest chance of getting rejected? It is possible, because what I'm about to tell you is helping thousands of clueless, aging, and even unattractive guys hook up with women who are levels above their pay grade. To learn about that, you will have to watch a video that will teach you a simple, step-by-step system that even the nerdiest guys can use to have women open their legs. With this secret knowledge, the 9s and 10s that used to turn their backs to you before you even said hi end up in your bed. It shows you how to bypass a woman's rejection mechanism and force-feed feelings of attraction, lust, and desire directly into her subconscious mind. Needless to say, this gives you some seriously unfair power over women and pretty much allows you to sleep with whoever you want. But apparently, someone spilled the beans. The video got into the wrong hands, and now some feminist groups on social media have reported the video and got it taken down. They even threatened to take legal action against us. The reason these women are so hell-bent on getting this video banned is because they know they're powerless to stop the techniques it teaches. If you use this seduction method on them, they'd never even know it, and the next thing they know is that they're lying naked on your bed, begging for you to fuck them, and you can use these techniques as early as tonight. It really is that simple. So if you really want that much power in your hands, here's how to get it. All you have to do is click the first link in the description or the comments. Sign up to the newsletter, and we'll email you the entire video tutorial. I'll see you guys there.